Hey everybody, it's Jim, and I thought I'd record this, show you kind of how to do a walk in based on the same poses that you did for your walk cycle, and also show you how to set up a jump. So let's just jump into it right now. See how I did that. And now when I play it, hopefully it'll look like he's walking along. Now it's a little bit, like I said, it's a little bit strobe-like. It's kind of strobing through. It's not playing all the frames because I don't have those in-betweens yet. I'm going to make another layer over here. There's a new layer, and I'm going to call this, I'm going to click on this thing, and I'm going to call it walk in. Walk in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy or attempt to take this information and, well, we're going to make him walk in. So first of all, all right. So this is my character and I'm going to select all his kind of needed information. So there we go. We're going to Control C that. So I'm going to copy this. Yeah, where it is. I'm going to go to my walk-in layer and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to paste it with a Control V. Okay, so there it is. It puts it in a different place. So I can actually grab this and put this in here. So I am going to kind of line this up like this. I'm going to start it off here. All right. So this is going to be a lot of just kind of copy and paste. Basically, that's all you're doing with this. You have to remove the frames first. You have to select all these frames. You go to remove frames. It removes all the ones you selected. And we're going to do this. We're going to grab this one. And in fact, you know what, just to speed this up, I'm going to grab all these, copy frames. So if you're going to copy a bunch of frames, you have to go Control Alt C. So I'm copying all the frames. I'm putting them here and I'm pasting the frames. There we go. All right. So they're kind of in the same thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is this. I have this one already set up. So all I'm going to do is just kind of grab this one and highlight it. And it's taking me back to this layer here. So I'm going to lock this layer. I'm going to go to this layer here, horizon line. I'm going to lock that horizon line. I'm going to lock the guy's body there. So I can't touch it. Right. So if I highlight this, I'm going to highlight, select this. It has selected it, I believe. Yes. And now just to prove that, I'm going to kind of go in here. So I get that little cross button and I'm going to use my arrow keys to pull it back over here. All right. So this is very important. Turn on my onion skin. And you can see where the guy is that I just put in there. That's his contact position. This is down position. So we're going to move the down position over to that 1 foot right there. So you see, we have the contact position where he's coming in. We have the down position there. And it's lining up with the heel. See, the heel is the key. The heel is up and then it goes down and flattens it out. All right, so this is for a walk, not a walk cycle, but a walk through. So we're planting that down. And we're going to go to the next one here. Same deal. We're going to grab all this stuff. We see where those feet are, and we're just going to line up the feet. We're going to pull this guy over. we're going to keep that foot in the same position. Because when I'm doing a walk through, your character, the only thing that doesn't move is that one foot that's on the ground. Same with this. Grab this, select everything. By the way, I'm working, if you haven't figured out already, I'm working on Animate. And so here, we're going to put the toe right there. And we're just making a walk in, a walk through. So there's that second thing. We're going to pull that over this way. And what we're doing is we're just lining up the toes like that. Notice how he's coming down now? There's a second down position. So we're just lining it up. We're lining up the heels and the toes. Okay, like that, something like that. And the heads. Grabbing it, pulling them over, lining up that foot, because that foot does not move. All right. And then this is the high point. This is the highest point of this drawing. And the toes. Toe stays there, the heel goes up. And then we'll go to this one here. And now that'll be the second, which is the same as the first drawing, but now he's actually moved, see? He moved away. All right. So I have a lot of stuff I'm looking at here, and that's because I'm looking through these different roughs. So I'm going to hide them, make them go away. And there's my walkthrough. You did this right. That's why you want to get that walk cycle to be working pretty good. And again, he's going up and down pretty severely. He's got a big walk up and down kind of thing going on. All right, so we want it to walk in. So this is the biggest deal. It's just to get it to a point where he's going to walk in like this, and he's going to come to a stop. So this is where you're going to have to figure out where to draw the stop. Okay. Because we just don't want him to stop instantly. He's got to slow down a little bit. So let's go ahead and make that position. And I'm just going to rough in where his foot is. So his foot's going to be about here, which means his legs will be about here. Just redraw it like this. There. I'm going to pull him over. Put him where we want him. Remember, he's standing straight, so he's a little bit taller now. Let's bring him a little bit farther over this way. I'm going to kind of select his leg, and I'm going to go up here to my transform. So I get that pivot point, right? I'm going to take that pivot point. I'm going to put it down where his ankle is. Somewhere in here. And then I'm going to rotate this over like that. Okay. There you go. The other leg is not going to be so like this kind of thing. It doesn't have to walk that far now. It's going to slow down to a stop. So we're going to do something like this. It's like his leg is going to be about that far off the ground. Just a little bit of a hint that he's got it up in the air like that. And then we're going to make another one over here. Copy that. And we're going to go make another blank keyframe. Remember, you got to do a blank keyframe first. Then you're going to paste this guy here. Move him up. I'm going to rotate him again from his down at the bottom here, a little this way, like that. So he's on a different layer. So basically he's coming to a stop like that. The other one is going to be about here. So it looks like he's kind of, well, he's got two legs, right? It makes sense. So he's there, he's there, he's there. I've kind of figured out the breakdown drawings there in a way. Turn this off. Just trying to have him slow down to a stop. Gradual stop, not a hard stop. Slowing down like that. All right. So now it's just a matter of trying to put this guy together here. We're just going to in between it. We've got the keys. We know that he's going about that fast. He plants his foot, but he's not going to do his legs go like they don't have to extend as much, right? They kind of come to a stop. So we're just going to break this down even more now. So we're going to go up here. He's going to be, I'm just kind of finding the in-between between these lines. So I'm looking at this leg here. I'm looking at this other leg here, and I'm kind of trying to keep that same volume. So it's the same kind of guy. Now, remember, I still have this in my memory, I think. If I paste in center, there's my guy. Okay, so paste it in the center of the frame. So now I can put on transform button here. All right, so if I get that crisscross line, that grabs everybody. And I'm just kind of putting him, using his chin and his head and his nose as a guide, trying to find that in-between point. Somewhere in here looks pretty good. Remember, his other foot is starting to go up now because it's kind of rocking on that heel. So you can kind of move his toe, keep his toe down, but just rotate his foot this way. And we're going to bend his knee just a little bit in through here. So now you can see how he's here, he's here. So we do need another in between here because he doesn't even have his leg there. So we got to put another in between this and this. There we go. So this time we won't like in between that foot. It's already on the ground. Let's just put it on the ground, right? It is, just trace that foot like that. And now you can kind of pull another leg up like this and another leg up like that. And now that that foot's on the ground, now this foot can go forward. So something like this, maybe. Let's see. He's got his foot here. His leg is starting to go this way. And we have to get that body in there. So remember, it's in memory again. Paste it in the center. It'll paste it in the center. So we'll do that. There he is. And we just kind of have to go over to our select tool. So you can kind of select to get that the crisscross lines there. We can put them up like that. Once you can use your arrow keys also to kind of move them into place a little more gently. So now if you turn off your onion skin so you can kind of see everything, you'll see that he's coming in like that. He's coming in and he's like that. Okay, so right here, it's definitely, we need to slow this down, just ease into this more. We'll just ease this out, which means we'll just add another in between. Remember, I have his torso, so I can go in here and right click again, say paste in place. There it is. It's from the last one. So if I just go over here, I can kind of rotate this over like that. Another nice thing is you could see his chin's lining up pretty good there. His body's doing it pretty good. You can go to that transform button, click on that. Remember, go down to where the pelvis is, you know, because he's got a backbone and he's just bending a little bit this way. So we can just bend him a little this way, like that. Okay, let go. So you can see kind of the spacing there. All right, so now we're just going to concentrate on the feet, the legs. We're just going to do another in between right through here. See? And we're just going to trace this best we can, this leg, because it's not doing anything really. It's just kind of standing there. Something like that. And then, so this is his leg. You see his leg there. You see his leg there. You don't want to, so his heel is kind of like in through here a little bit. And he's got a little bit of the leg like that and a little bit like that. Turn off your under skin so you can kind of get an idea where he is. You can flip back and forth. All right. That's pretty good. It feels like he's kind of coming to a stop. And the nice thing about this is we've got this one. We have one frame of that. We're just going to make all this stuff on twos. So I'm going to grab these two here and it's going to move them a little bit this way. There we go. So see, he comes into view. He stops. And he's going to look down at something. Copy everything like this. We're going to Control C, yeah, for copy. Copy it. And then we're going to go to the next frame right in here. We're going to make another, yes, blank keyframe. Get it ready. And now we're going to put paste in place because it goes right to where he was before. Let's go to a certain parts of him, like right about there. Transform button. We're going to take that little pivot right there, that little circle. We're going to click on it and pull it down to here, like where his pelvis is. And then we're going to lean him a little this way. And we're going to go up to his head. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to that control, that lasso tool, see? Grab his head and we'll go to transform and we'll take that and put it down by his neck, where his neck is, like about here maybe. And we'll pull that down like this. All right, we may have to move this a bit. So if you move it, you just select it again so you get that, and then you can move it into place somewhere in here. Remember, you can use your arrow keys on a keyboard to get more minute, places. Okay, so now he looks like he's looking at something, kind of. And there's the character walking in and stopping. To slow down the walk-in, add more in-betweens. Next up, how to make him jump on Animated Educated.